let's move into, I mean, we still got plenty of show, so let's move into our Lyft test, because we were doing Uber for a while. So Uber, we're calling you out, and we didn't have any Lyft tests going, so we got to go on the Lyft side. So we did have 3 drivers who were on out of the 4 drivers from the test. Unfortunately, one of the screen recordings did get corrupted, but you know, I will be able to at least let you know what had happened, because out of the 42 minutes, I believe, that we were doing the Lyft test for, because it was freaking crickets, 3
Are
or
you
4
serious?
ride requests came in.
Are you serious?
We did it for 42 minutes, and it was 3 or 4 ride requests came in during that entire time on Lyft, and each
No
phone got the
way.
same request. That is
Wow.
why Lyft, you gotta rebrand yourselves to being, you know, the go-to app for riders. So you don't, if we're turning our apps on, we're seeing ride requests come in like that, where it was on Uber. Uber, you saw ding, trip radar, ding, ding,
Wow,
ding,
yeah.
ding, ding, bang, bing, bing, bang, bang, boom. On Lyft, whew,
Well, that's crazy,
3-minute
man.
wait, 3-minute just to get the first
Hey, at least the
right
surge is
here.
matching.
So
The surge is matching.
yeah, yeah. So Surge was matching. Surge was looking good. And you know, where it says 3 to 12-minute wait in your area, it should be really like less than a minute wait in your area, being in Chicago. I mean, granted, we weren't in downtown, we're in Schaumburg, so it's still out there, but
I guess
so our
the
first one comes
Chicago
in.
is an Uber town, huh?
Oh, for sure. 100%. So our first ride request that comes in is 9:14 on Lyft. Obviously, he lets it go.
Did they
And
send it to
then,
them again? No.
yep, it sends in. So we got
I mean, you know what this other thing shows is that shows the variability of the quests and streaks and challenges, right? The guy on the left doesn't have anything. The guy on the right has a 9 streak going and a $20 challenge, right? So
yep.
when people say, when you know these companies say, oh, drivers are earning 35 active hour, well, the guy on the right is probably earning 35 an active hour. The guy on the left is not going to earn that.
Yep. So here we go. Same ride. It was 9:14. Now it's 8:87. And just to tell you, like I said, we had 3 drivers. One of the files, unfortunately, did not work. So it was corrupted. But all 3 prices were completely different.
Yeah.
So it wasn't, and there was no rhyme or reason. And here was the interesting fact. So here's 7 minutes and 50-second wait.
Man, you guys were patient.
Literally almost 8 minutes for us to get another ride request to come in on the platform. But yet here's Surge popping up. I mean, here's some pricing, right?
There's no demand. The surge
What's
popping up. Okay. But I got to give Lyft credit here. The surge is exactly the same. Both drivers popped the same map at exactly the same time.
Yeah, the Surge is the same. So
Well,
that's
look at
good.
that, bro.
And it updated pretty quick at the same time, honestly. But
wow,
the pricing structure. Okay. Now here's the crazy point. Here was the craziest thing. So we had 3 phones. Each single ride that came in, 3 different times to 3 different phones. The first phone got the highest price. The second phone got the medium price. The third phone got the lowest price. So it was like the price was decreasing as they were shipping it out to new drivers.
So after the decline, instead of increasing, they were decreasing it?
Yeah.
Bullshit.
It was the wildest thing.
Well, I'm telling you this,
on the first 2.
I give you credit on this, Mr. Vischer. The maps are not at least lying. The rest may be lying, but the maps are not lying. That's for sure.
Yeah.
No,
so
man.
It was really interesting to see when it came down to it.
So Uber has the better feed. That's what they have. That's what.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So here you go. Same ride comes in, different price, but you see both have a 375 bonus come in.
Wow, look at that trip,
yeah,
bro.
that's so there you go. 47.27, 45.97, same price, same trip. So Lyft is doing the exact same thing. Then we got a 52 second wait. I don't know why I put that in there, but it's about another minute between. And we had a 13:48.
Bro, I'm amazed at this at the search screen being identical, bro.
Yeah.
Wow.
Surge is
there
right.
You go, Uber. Watch this, Uber. Are you watching this, Uber? See, this is how the search screen should be. Not your bullshit. Yeah. One guy gets 1, the other one gets nothing, the other one. I'm telling you, if that doesn't prove that every driver has like a little sliver of an AWS server at Uber, you guys are fools if you guys don't believe it. This is crazy.
Defenstrator, the distances are slightly different. That was popping up quite a bit. We were literally, every phone was literally sitting next to each other. So
that's the
how they
time and
calculated
mileage
it could be a
shaving,
little
buddy.
different.
That's the time and mileage shaving coming up next.
Like honestly, where the screen records are, the phones were actually closer, to be honest, because they were literally sitting next to each other in the back of my car.
Yeah. 11 minutes between rides.
Mm-hmm.
God damn.
Sitting there waiting.
Holy shit.
So
That's nuts, bro.
This is what I say when it comes to Uber versus Lyft in your particular market. Like if you're not, at least 20-30%, when it comes to ride balance, from Uber at a major metropolitan market, you need to really focus on getting these riders back.
This definitely doesn't look
here
like
we go.
it. I mean, wow.
Hold on. So here we go. So this is what I was talking about when it comes to the differential in prices. Obviously, one's Lyft XL versus Lyft regular.
Yeah.
But what you see, it's a very similar ride. And if you take it away, how much difference is it? So like that's just showing you the discrepancies between the two. And then, you see the differences between the two trips there. So you're seeing, 887 versus 914 on that.
Well, but the other thing, is that the other thing that's what the fenestrator made the correct point on that one is that one says 0.7 miles, one says 0.8 miles while they're side by side.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know the passenger
and that's the whole thing. No,
you guys did not.
And that's
move.
the whole
Nobody
thing. Like
moved.
literally, the phone, all four phones were literally in like that difference of an area. So it's like they're all sitting right there.
Potentially, the passenger could have moved, but not 1/10 of a mile. I doubt it.
No.
No,
I mean,
man.
I've noticed that on Uber too. Like if you go back on the Uber video, you'll see the differences between the two. But here's another 9 minute and 5 second wait between rides. Between a ride request.
So if Uber has 75% market share and Lyft has 25%, this doesn't say that. This says Uber has 90% market share, Lyft has 10% market share.
If that, I mean, how many rides were coming in on Uber? How many trip raiders were coming in? Non-stop. And we did it. I believe it was I could tell you right now how long the tests were. Give me a second.
No, but you know what? I'm telling you, Mr. Risher, I know you're going to watch this. I know you are. I give you kudos on the fact that your surge map or bonus map, whatever you want to call it, is not as shady as Uber's. I'll give you that one.
All right, so the Uber test was almost 22 minutes. We'll say 22 minutes between. This was 42 minutes that we were doing this test for, and we got what, 4 or 5 requests in that amount of time versus 20 minutes where they were just going back and forth. Here's another one, same exact trip. You're seeing a difference in price there by what, 30 cents. So, again, it just goes to show you this is wage discrimination. And whether Uber or Lyft thinks this is cool, it's not. I don't think it's cool. And I don't think any other driver should think it's cool. Obviously, if you're in the higher receiving end, you're probably happy. But, this is something where the opposite could be just as easily done to you as it is to anybody else. It's something that we got to watch out for and continuously look.
Yeah, that's the other topic going to be the shady shaving. I'm going to call it shady shaving, bro.
Shady shaving. I like it.
Shady
that's what we're going to call it.
Happening. I'm telling you, Chris, it's happening a lot. With that significantly or a lot or blah, 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 blah. Shady shaving, especially on the ping, it's happening so much. Like this Lyft chip.
Yep, here you go.
It says that. And then when you finish it, or the second you accept it, you go pick up the passenger, okay? And you go to, instead of going to Lyft, navigation, go to Waze or go to Google, bro, it's like 3-4 minutes extra every single time, bro. Every single time. They're shaving it when they're sending you the ping. And I'm like, come on, man. Your systems are better than this, hopefully. Uber is doing it too, not just Lyft. They're both doing it. They're shaving. With upfront, because there is no rhyme or reason, they go, let's just shave 3 minutes on this, 4 minutes on this. That's 1 million trips per hour on Uber systems, people. Figure out how many minutes we're losing.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
So I caught on to that years. I mean, this has been going on for years when it came to it. Every time I had a much different acceptance rate or way I would accept a Lyft ride over an Uber ride since, the whole auto reroute, because I hated that. If I took a trip that was like 10 minutes away or something, well, this is when I first started out, really before I started implementing some strategies, but this is where strategies started coming in just naturally. But it's like, okay, anything over a certain amount of time, I would just completely ignore. I would not take, because I didn't want to do that reroute. It pissed me off to no end, especially if I'm coming up. If anybody in Buffalo knows this, if I'm coming up on the intersection between Walden and Union, it's like 6 lanes across. And if I'm trying to make a left and you got the light with the left, and then all of a sudden it reroutes you and you have to go right, that to me pisses me off, because now I have to turn left. Then I have to find a place to turn around. Then I have to sit in that fucking light again and wait and continuously go. So it's like, I just don't want to do it. So my acceptance for Lyft was much different. And it was, when it came, I would always say 8 minutes or less when it came to distance to pick up. And every single time, once it would go to Waze or Google Maps, depending on what I was using for the day, it would say 10 minutes away, 12 minutes away for the pickup. Every single time.
But that was with time and distance, right? Now with upfront, they're getting away with it. There's like, hey, I mean, if you look, there's one thing in this life we cannot get back is time. So if I'm doing 20 trips a day, I'm getting shaved 3 minutes from to the pickup and to my destination. That's an hour I work for free. Otherwise, I would have gotten paid under miles and minutes or time and distance. So that we're working on that one. This is going to be the next big one, Chris. I'm telling you, this is just bullshit. Stealing an hour of my life every time without paying me, and not going to happen on every shift, bro. No, that's the next big one. Yeah, that's bullshit. You recreated the wheel, all the upfront fares. In what world, bro? By the way, Jacqueline, if you're still here, that's why we want to take this to the legal route, because during discovery, they have to disclose what's in that freaking algorithm. You know what I'm saying? So that's throwing 2 different prices. That's why we want to take it to that route. So, yeah, that's garbage. Yeah, man.
So, yeah, and every single ride was definitely different. No, I don't drive in Chicago.
Yeah, he doesn't drive in Chicago.
I'm in Buffalo.
Down we go. Hello back. Yeah, you know what?
Here you go, about 20-cent difference.
Yeah. So the Lyft algo is pretty simple. It goes, the first one doesn't take it. I am sure the next one is going to take it for less. That's the wrong.
Well, it wasn't every time. It was definitely a few of the times.
Huh?
I said it wasn't every time. It was a few of the times. So it was really interesting to see that when it came down to it, because it was like, it wasn't every time where it would like go down the escalator between the 3 drivers. Sometimes it would kind of like go up or down, but like that was a trend that I noticed when I was actually paying attention. I'm like, what is going on here? And then near the end, there were a couple more ride requests that were coming in and all that stuff. So it was pretty interesting to see the whole breakdown, though.
The algo is DK and Mr. Risher. The algo is supposed to go the other way after the decline, meaning we didn't take it because we weren't testing, but we're really actually driving. I drove yesterday. I declined solid 8 pings in the middle of Santa Monica and morning rush hour before I took one that I wanted. So to me, you got to bump it up. The reason we're declining is because, just like you guys said, it's on you, not on us, because we're declining because we don't like the price. So teach your algo faster,
and then
bump.
And then they're coming up with other excuses on why they're gonna say, oh, we're gonna try to deactivate you if you avoid certain areas or something like that.
That's
which
definitely
we're gonna talk about that on a different scale. But then who knows what else they're gonna come up with? They're paying this think tank. They got a think tank somewhere sitting in there I think they're feeding like ChatGPT or something, like what they can, and they're trying to come up with all these different ideas. Okay, how can we deactivate drivers when they're not doing something wrong? Oh,
Yeah.
here we go, perfect. So
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They're not going to the bad areas of the city. They're declining trips into bad areas of the city. I'm like, hey, I'm an independent contractor.
no, you're not
bro.
paying me right. I don't want to take that freaking ride. Give me
No
something that's going to be
kidding.
worth my
Yeah.
time. Sorry,
That's
I don't
that's the
discriminate.
part. That's the
Honestly,
part.
I don't discriminate on area. I've gone,
I
the
don't
east
either.
side of Buffalo is the worst side. That's where there's a lot of crime and everything. I have no problem going to the east side. I really don't. I've seen quite a few things happen. I've been followed. There's been a couple of things that were close calls and stuff like that. Definitely things to always, have your head on a swivel about. But when it comes down to it, like I never discriminate where I'm going. I don't care. I mean, some people might. I don't blame you if you do. That's up to you. That's how you want to drive. You want to feel safe. You feel safe. Do what you have to do in order to make you feel safe.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem. But if you're not paying me the right rides and if you're sending me to a specific area, then that's your problem, not mine, because I'm not going to accept crap offers.
Yeah. No, I agree with that
That's
100%.
simple.
And Jeff, no, CPU is alive. I worked literally like 2 hours yesterday for $88. I still got game. So CPU is alive. Trust me. Especially in LA, CPU is 100% alive. So there you go.
All right, thanks for watching. That short little clip was from our live stream, Show Me the Money Club with Sergio and myself, Tuesdays, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. Make sure you subscribe, turn on all notifications so you get notified when we go live, as well as all of our awesome content. Make sure to check out this video right here, which will take you to the entire live stream, or check out this video right there. All right, drive smart, everyone.